Tony, you got mine.
Yeah, right. So like I said, play here and then
yeah, so alright, so 701.
One more minute,
yeah, let me slide up a little bit. I'm gonna help you with this so you won't, because I know you wasn't here to
stand,
like
right?
actually see it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, here you go. I got it.
Okay.
When you say help me, what you mean by that?
I'm gonna actually help you with the streaming.
Okay.
Alright,
So yo, I might just start talking, go right in with this, and don't even say nothing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go in.
Okay.
I can't see myself though. Am I?
Drop, what are you talking about?
I'm saying I don't see me. I'm out of it. Do I need to move a certain way?
Drop, you're right here.
Yeah, I don't see me.
When you get up to the microphone, go ahead up. You see that? You're right there.
Go all the way up.
1 minute, right? Hello. Welcome, everybody. Hello. King, can you hear?
They might have bring my light with me. I'm bugging.
Say hey, guy.
Hey, what's going on? I see we live over here. TikTok, what's going on? It's your boy Jetlag, Jetlag_G. Make sure y'all check me out.
Whoa. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that.
That Black did
What's
a
the
good
password?
job with
Hey, you got Wi-Fi?
that. Hi, TikTok. Welcome to Rolling the Cup with Choc.
Use my joint.
We live in the studio. My podcast, DJ Philly Black, radio station, CEO, host. Hello.
How do I set up my
I'm
How
sorry.
do I set up my joint?
Oh,
The network?
I don't know the password.
Oh, for my phone.
We are talking about.
You have the password already?
Yeah, I was gonna use my hotspot.
Oh, okay.
Better with a
Wait,
sex.
if you want to use your hotspot, oh, shoot, it was right there, personal hotspot. So now it's discoverable. It'll pop up over there when you search for it.
Ready?
You got it.
You want to do it with this picture.
Everybody from TikTok, how you doing? This is Rolling the Cup with Choc. We are here today. We're going to do the battle where the sex is. We just want to talk and fill each other out. We're not here to fight each other. We're trying to understand each other. So that's basically what we're trying to do, okay? So you have Anthony Lloyd,
Yo.
Jetlag.
Yeah, what's going on? It's your boy Jetlag.
Y'all ready?
Absolutely. Let's go. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I was born ready.
Oh. We from Philadelphia, y'all. We from Philadelphia. If y'all don't know, we from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We from Philly. If you want to go deep, we from North Philly. You know, got our own podcast. We're on the cover with Choc. Our co-host Anthony Lloyd. You know, and one of our special guests, Jetlag. He's here today with us. Y'all gonna see him a lot on here. We got some things brewing, y'all. Can't share it with y'all yet, what's going on. But I want y'all to understand that get to a point in your life where You know, you don't want to just be a baby mama. You just don't want to be a doormat. You don't want to just, have sex. You know, we want to get to know a person like back in the day. I was just talking to the co-host Anthony Lloyd, and I was saying to him, what happened when we used to love each other? I don't know.
Yeah, we still love y'all. We still love y'all. Love y'all to death. You know.
Love us to death, but what?
There's no buts. No ifs and no buts. We still love y'all. Y'all, yeah, sometimes you might misunderstand us, but we still got y'all. You just have to understand us. And tonight, I think we're going to discuss all of that. Right? Am I right, G?
Absolutely. I know we say communication is the key, but sometimes, our better halves know how to over-communicate, if you know what I'm saying.
We be too emotional, is that what it is? But that's what they say y'all say about us. They say women is too emotional, but my whole thing is I feel like men was taught to suppress what they feel because, that's just the learned behavior that they were taught. But as I realized coming up and raising 3 boys before 31, 32, and 16, but I have 1 daughter. So I can actually say that that's not a good thing to tell a person because I'm telling you that my ex-husband told my son that, and guess what? Before he passed away, just being honest, it was a situation that he went through, and he cried. And he told my son, I'm sorry for telling you that. Hello, but what if I wouldn't have caught that? Clock that T. What y'all got to say? Look how they look at
I mean, they say sometimes men don't cry in the dark, but we do. I mean, we cry in the light too as well, but sometimes y'all don't understand that because we don't want y'all to manipulate what y'all are hearing and we're seeing. So sometimes we got to tuck it in a little bit.
I definitely feel like men are held to certain standards that I don't want to say unachievable, but sometimes unrealistic. It's like women are led to believe that there's this fairy tale man that is perfect for them, that is their Prince Charming that will come and rescue them. And guess what? Like, that was sold to you. You know what I mean? That was sold to you by Disney. You feel me? And when you start having these things in your mind from a child, as you get older, you start asking yourselves questions like, does he qualify? Does he check the boxes?
Mm-hmm. That somebody probably told you about that probably never even got married before or never even have a man. Let me just talk about that because I see a lot of that going on in the world. See, we living in a new generation now where you can't believe what your mother told you because they was a doormat, some of them. So I don't want to listen to you. Hello.
Hey, but you know what? We want to know we qualify. So if you got anything for our sister?
Qualify?
Yeah, you got any questions for us?
Yeah, we got some questions for you.
Yeah. Are we on the air?
I got a little scared. I'm in here by myself. So this is what I came up with. I kind of have something for you guys. And y'all need to listen up. I've been married before. Check that. Y'all heard me? I've been married before, But God, you don't. I've been married before. I done had a baby 5. I done had a boyfriend. I done had 2 at one time. I done, not sexually now, because y'all probably looking at me like 2 at one time. Meaning like may have broke up, and then, then I'm probably dipping with both of them. Yeah, you know how that go anyway. This is what I have to say through all the BS and everything, because like I said, I had good relationships. I never had bad sex or none of that, I swear. Not bad, not at all. So a lot of things that people talk about, I'm sorry, I ain't been there. If I was, I'm gonna tell you a story and I'll go deep with you. But as of right now, this is what I got to say. I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania right now, y'all. And I have my co-host, Anthony Lloyd. How you doing?
I'm here. I'm Philly, born and raised. Not on the playground, but I was born and raised here.
Okay, and then we have Jet Lad.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Straight out of New York, currently a Philly resident. And, we here. We are raw and uncut with choc. This is Battle of the Sexes. And let's get into it. Let us know what it takes to qualify in your eyes.
Do you qualify to be the man I need you to be? Will you be able to recognize the things you need to see? Will you be able to understand that I'm a good woman and in my life I need a good man? Do you qualify? A lot of times we don't say too much, but I got something to say. Do you qualify to fertilize my unproduced seeds? Can you fulfill, as I can, all of your needs? Can you put me in my place if you see I'm slipping? Can you talk to me wholeheartedly? Not constantly tripping. Do you qualify? Because I'm tired. Do you qualify to be called all minds? Can you leave the other woman, the other man, and temptations? Because these days you don't know if they want a man or woman. I'm just saying. So I'm going to read that part again. Can you leave the other woman, the other man, and temptations behind? Can you come to me with your problems and not wait until it's too late? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Should have just kept it to yourself, but go ahead. Can you stand up and admit if you made a mistake? Do you qualify? Do you qualify to be the honest, ebony man I would want you to be? Ooh, something about that. Ooh, that ebony, that dark skin. That. Would you be able to look me in my eyes and admit your feelings to me? Can you take me in your arms and make love to me all night long? Can you be sensitive and still be strong? Do you qualify? Can I elaborate, or I need to just chill? I need to just chill because I'm gonna chill. Well, I got to say why I got this part.
You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead on. Go ahead on.
I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because a lot of times you can meet a person just where they're at, and they'll come with something else. That's why they come up with, "Damn, you ain't never satisfied." Yeah, because they'll come up with something else. A lot of times I believe it's just a game. So when you ask questions, like I just asked, do you qualify? Could you come to me? You know, at the end of the day, if you done had sex with somebody, could you come to me? Could you look me in my eyes? Because the things that I see now, they used to give you butterflies, now they give you cockroaches. I'm saying, I'm just being honest, and Anthony, I'm in here laughing, but y'all, I'm just being really honest. So we came up with Battle with the Sexes, and like you said, Anthony, we not here to fight. Tell them a little more why we're here.
You know, we're here to have a conscious conversation. You know, just some real talk. You know, we're not here to fight and debate, even though it might be a fight and debate. But you know, we're gonna try to calm down. But you know what? We prefer y'all calling in. We gotta get some of these questions too as well, so we can answer them. So we can participate. Now, it appears that like it might be 2 to 1, but that's not true because we're not gonna fight. If I got to be the referee, I'll be the referee. But we got some serious questions. If you can call in with some serious questions, we want to respond to as well. So what you think? What you think, G?
Okay.
Man, speaking of responses, I got a responses to the qualifications of that message, right? Because I was asked if I qualify. I feel like I've been underqualified, overqualified, overlooked, beaten down. You know, you get hired for a position, they tell you it's going to pay one thing, but then you find out it's something completely different, right? Mm-hmm. That's not what we signed up for. I thought this came with benefits, you know, because I know I came with my best work ethic, put in hours in that grind, back-breaking work. Still, I didn't complain when it hurt. But look, listen, you asked, do I qualify? Well, can I fulfill your needs and become the man that you need me to be? My sister, are you prepared for what you asked for? Can you handle the responsibility? Can you accept that by God, I am the chosen, the one, the authority, the comforter, and the head? Will you submit and willingly follow my path, or will you fight with me instead? If I am your king, will you treat me as such? Will I get that best of your beauty and poise, or will I be subjected to an appearance neglected and checked with some serious noise? When I talk, will you listen? I mean, wholeheartedly and feel me, or will you rush me just to make your point too? Can I be the man at all times, even when it hurts you? Or is it just when it's convenient for you?
Biting my nails, I don't know.
Can you love me for me and not who you wish I could be? Will you see the strong black man within, or will you always remind me of the past brothers behind me and make me pay for their sins? If I don't send you flowers the day your coworker receives some, will you know that I love you still? Or will my good name be uttered along with those other doggish brothers? Will you question if my commitment is real? Will you be patient and teach me to understand you and allow my knowledge of your needs to grow? Or will you shut me out when I ask, baby, what's wrong? Or will you respond with, well, a real man would know. When we first met, what was it that caught your eye? Was it my mind, my heart, my personality? Or was it my suit or my job? Or do you love what I drive instead of what's driving me to be the man that I am and that you need me to be? Yes, I can and I will make love to you from midnight to the dawning of the sun. But if I tell you I'm tired, will you trust I'm sincere or believe that there must be another one? My sister, I love you. And my heart can be yours. No woman could lead me astray. But like you, I have needs. So I beg of you, please, in this love thing, meet me halfway, baby. In life's tough times, I'll hold you. In the rough times, I'll mold you. Your simplest wish will be my command. In the rough times, I'll mold you. Your simplest wish will be my command. Qualify. Now, more importantly, do you?
Oh, wow. If somebody ever came to me like that, I'm just saying back then, my ex-husband didn't come to me like that. Let me just talk about that. I always said that people didn't really understand me. And that right there, that's what I wonder if I would ever find. I've been married and I still didn't find that. And that may sound, we got somebody calling in.
Go on.
Can you hear us? Hello? Can you hear us? Yes. Hey, baby. How you doing? Hey, baby. How you doing? We love you, Crystal from Philadelphia.
Hey, Crystal.
All right. Who you want to say it to me? All of us? Or you got... Oh,
okay.
God.
Oh, you come on, G.
G.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Jack Leg. Panty droppers. Scrotum circle. Okay.
Absolutely, but what happens when the actions match or exceed the words, but still the man is left unheard?
Panty droppers.
I'm old school with it too.
Hey, Crystal. So did did my cuz get you like that? Shout out to the R, my cuz. And he ain't write a poem or nothing? He ain't get you like that, you sure? You just dropped them panties. You just dropped them. He ain't even. So wait a minute, TikTok, we got my cousin on here.
Did he qualify?
Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. 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 Well, how you look like you run game? That's funny to me. I'm just saying, I
Hit you with the LL.
Oh yeah, I get you. You right. You right. I just had to hear something. Yeah, you right.
I can see why you hesitated.
He hit you with that LL Cool J.
Did he have curly hair too, like y'all like him too? Did he have brown hair, curly hair, and bow leg?
Well, how long it's been? How long it's been? Because you stayed for a long time. How long? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You was a player or something then. You made somebody wait 2 years. You was a player too. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. Okay, she got 2 kids. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, you spent the block. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I like that you said that your heart is where your heart at, because a lot of people be saying, this person's stupid, that person's stupid. Guess what, baby? When you go sleep at night, just wasn't him. So can I ask you a question, being as though you married? Because we might as well jump right into this question. So we got Crystal on the phone right now. We're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is Rolling Cut with Choc podcast at Jump 215. With B Force Radio and stuff. We have Anthony Lloyd, which is my co-host, and we have Jack Lade, which is Guy that's here. So I just wanted to fill everybody in. So the question here is
That's jet lag.
Jet lag. Okay.
Jet lag.
That sound like, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. That sound like you say jet lag, like. But anyway,
It sound like a delayed reaction.
One of the
Don't
superheroes. Okay. So one of the questions that I want to ask you is, do you think it's better to get married or be friends with benefits? Being as though that the times and stuff has changed out here. I know you married and everything, but I'm talking from what you see out here, in your opinion, because we can't get no stats on that right now. Well, these women got spider webs at this point because they thinking just like that. A lot of them got spider webs. They in there lonely with all the money.
Some of them know they're going to hell too. So they might as well.
Wait a minute, Jack. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
Some of them know they're going to hell, so they like, might as well.
And when you say go to hell, what that mean?
That means that they... Exactly.
So they just want sex. They just want sex.
Some people... Companionship. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's what I believe. That's what I believe. So thank you for answering my question. I never got a chance to ask Anthony Lloyd. So let's go. Anthony Lloyd, the question is, do you think in the world that we living in, we ain't blind, it's Rolling Cut with Chop, we know, we see what's going on, to the point where you could be married and a side joint calling your wife, asking her where you at. So I'm just saying, well, you know.
I think it depends. Depends on where you are in life. Like you said, the generations changed. I know when I was coming up, everything was a little bit different. You know, everything was predicated on moral values and religious values. You know, and then some of them was culture as well. You know, so the neighborhood taught that if you, hook up and you meet somebody, that the goal was always to get married. You know, at some point. You know.
And how long ago was that? I'm just saying.
That was years ago, but we just talked about do we qualify, right? And Crystal, to Crystal's point, Crystal took 12 months to determine if this person qualified. Mm-hmm. And back then it was pretty much the same thing, mm-hmm. Even though we had those principles and things like that. Now when you moving forward, you look at this new generation now, those principles aren't there anymore. Sometimes when you see these bad breakups in the family, you have friends that have bad breakups and things like that. Now you see it on social media. You see less and less folks going to wanting to make that total commitment, in terms of like piece of paper, whatever. But then you have some relationships that work, right? I don't know his friends with benefits for the most part now. It was probably 10 years ago that the terminology was great. But now it's like you got relationships that been there for great relationships for years and it works, right? Everything gets done, the bills, all the stuff that comes with it, but the commitment is not there sometimes. So when it comes, and I think if it works for you, but everybody's not going for it. Many women don't go for it. They don't go for that, They don't go for that.
Now they know their worth.
They know their worth, right? And
and it looks crazy.
But I do believe in this, right? I think sometimes where I remember my mother. She dated a person who was on drugs, and for 20 years, and for 20 years she was waiting for him to get off. He was a great person. He really was, and I think that in her mind, she didn't want to keep going through all the anger and the stuff that he was going through, the deceit and things like that. But she gave hope. So, and they weren't on the same page. So ultimately, they wound up breaking up at some point because it just got crazy and crazy and crazy. But it was after like 20-something years.
Wow.
Yeah, and
because it worked for them.
Well, he was not even a drug user, right? But he was a provider. He was an engineer.
How did you feel about
he helped. Well, you know what? I think I told you a story about how he became beneficial to me, and how back then when he whooped my ass because I had went to jail, right? And it was a life-changing situation for me because he made me a better person, right?
Even with his flaws.
With his flaws, he was great, better than me in math, right? Because he was an engineer. But he saw me light years ahead of what I thought I could be. And if it wasn't for that butt whooping, then I don't think I would be here today. My mother saw that in him. So in her mind, he did qualify.
Okay.
What about you, G?
To go back to that point about, people qualifying and all of these standards, expectations of how things should be and how things shouldn't. Crystal said something about, speaking from a religious perspective and what works for her, right? But then I know a lot of people that say what's more important than religion is relationship, right? So the religion tells you how you should be, but no one can dictate what your relationship is with God, right? So society, your faith, your family, your community imposes all these perspectives on how your relationship should be, right? Or what a marriage should be like. But ultimately, you decide what the relationship is with your partner. And I think the issue happens when we start allowing society to dictate how we should be with one another.
Yes.
We don't take enough time to get to know the people that we're dealing with, or even better, asking ourselves, what exactly do we want, right? And then being real with ourselves. Like, oh, this is how I want to be. Do I really want to follow the rules that were given to me? Maybe not necessarily. So for me, I've played both sides, meaning I've been that dude that's had so many women, but then I've also learned to understand what marriage is about, and marriage isn't about a piece of paper. It's about commitment, It's about making vows before God, not before a state a government that can now control you, dictate what your relationship should be like with your partner. That's between that man and that woman. That's what I believe. So for me, yes, I believe in the sanctity of marriage. I don't believe in that contract that happens in the court of law. And as far as the friends with benefits, it worked for a time, but I mean, let's be honest. If you keep knocking that thing down, you're gonna catch feelings. You're gonna catch feelings.
Well, what I thought, and this for me, rolling cut with choc, I thought that is a part of what friends with benefits is. We're going to see what's going to happen. We realize and we seen what's out there that didn't work. Okay, well, guess what? You the closest thing to what I'm looking for. That's what friends with benefits
That's
is.
how feelings get hurt.
But listen to what I'm saying. The person wanted to get to that goal. But my point is nobody else. That's why they stick with whatever they stick with. Like Anthony was saying, people stay because they're comfortable with this, that. But if you can just, and I got to tell people, from rolling cut with choc, this is what I think you should do. If you out there and you looking, I think that you should, like he said, get a chance to know somebody. Still tell a person what you're looking for and stuff like that. But don't deal with them if you're not attracted to them. I'm not saying to be smart. Don't deal with them if you're not really attracted, because what are you going forward to? One day you want that person to be your mate. So I used to tell people, go with a contract. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, buddy. Hey, sis. Let's just see what this could be. You're cool. I'm cool. Hey, Barney.
Hey, I got a question for you though.
Go ahead.
Right. And you said
Who this question for? You need to say the name.
this is for Shanice and anybody who's listening, right? And I gotta gain my thought process, right?
Yeah, you know who you dealing with.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
So you were talking. What did you say? I might have to come back to that same question. What was the last part that you just said?
I was saying at the end of the day, I just feel like that it should be.
So I got it right now.
Okay.
So you said that you should be attracted to that person. So what's your definition in terms of attraction?
Okay.
Like, is it physical? Is it mental? Is it what? Like what is
Rolling
it?
cut with choc. They asked me what is attraction to me. Attraction is you got to be funny. First of all, you got to be funny. I don't even want to know what to do. What they say, I don't even want to know what to do. I don't care about that. You understand?
Right.
I done had good sex all my life. I don't care about it. You understand? No, I never had a threesome and nothing like that. I'm not greedy. But I don't care about that. At the end of the day, I got to see that you're motivated. I got to see that you know who you are. You understand? That's the only way you can step to me.
Yes.
You understand? You got to show me, like, I don't even care about what my homies and them talking about. Guess what? I like you, girl. Stuff like that. Because back in the day, I'm here to tell you, I always dealt with guys a little older than me. And I remember this one guy said to the other guy, yeah, that little young girl got you going. And guess what? He started acting funny to me. And it's still here today that I think a lot of men don't. Because you said something before. You said that you had to like the girls that the people's like or thought that you should like, right?
That was true. For me, it's like I had to get validation from my friends. So if I had it was a nice looking chick or whoever, running around with, I was looking for validation from them. And sometimes
why?
Because that was the culture was teaching it.
Okay, culture.
Right? It was
a trophy, because they say you gotta be careful about them trophies that they see. A lot of times they say some men just want you to be a trophy. So be careful, ladies, in this wrong color choc. This is real, and I've seen it on what is that? Think Like a Man too.
Oh yeah, that concrete jungle can be vicious when it comes to subliminal stuff. Like they can bully you. They can bully that concrete jungle.
Who can bully you?
That concrete jungle. When you're out there, and you're out there with your homies, and you sharpen your knife and things like that, and you say you out and you see that nice looking chick, right? And everybody have their picture of what they kind of like want. And typically, it's the whole entire crowd. That wants that certain look.
So now they got me wondering, do y'all men, and this rolling cut with choc, I gotta turn this around. Rolling cut with choc, I got a question. Do y'all men go out and do half of the stuff that y'all do for the woman, or y'all trying to impress a man? Because it got me thinking now.
So I'm gonna let me finish answering it.
Oh, Neat. Shout out to Lady 215.
Yep.
You said I get crazy, right?
Yep.
Got me tripping.
And that's what I was doing back then.
Okay.
I mean, it's different.
Well,
much different now.
Tell me what you was doing.
I was back then. I had to be validated by my friends, with my friends. The cars, the women, all those things. Because if they liked it, I was addicted to it. right? But over a period of time, I've learned that stuff is over a period of time. As you grow older and you mature, none of the stuff matters, like you said, like the looks and. I didn't look for like that light-skinned girl with the curly hair and all this other stuff, and the nice body. I looked for like we wanted the girls that had the bag. You know what I mean?
Money.
Yeah, they had the bag. They would fly. You know what I mean? It wasn't so much look, but they were very popular. So we wanted the popular chicks.
I remember a man told me, rolling a cup of choc, that he couldn't deal with me because I wasn't at $100,000 a year. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Did it hurt my feelings? Hell no. Did I feel a certain type of way? Yes, I did. Because I'm like, well, why is he always that? See, I'm the type of person like this. I get to the bag, but guess what? When it's time, like G said, when it's time and you have, and we, what did you worrying about my money for? What did you worrying about what's in the bank? What did you worry about my credit? Yo, they were talking about credit scores. They got so crazy. I thought they was just maybe the scammers.
But no, it's still like that though. It is still like that. Sometimes, yeah, they want. But nowadays, back then we didn't care about credit scores because we were.
But damn, why is they that bold now?
Well, we were scamming back then, so we didn't care about none of that crap.
What
but nowadays, it's a little bit different. We looking at credit scores, and I'm not saying I'm looking at, but they're looking at credit scores, and they're looking at all those things because they're looking for security now. So you talking about friends and benefits. Sometimes it's security.
You got to think about the economy that we live in right now.
Yeah.
If there was ever a time to think about security, now is the time, right?
But you're not coming at me talking about what's your credit score. Can you ask me my favorite color first? Damn, you talking about credit score.
Definitely that's about the
Can
approach,
we rent a car
right?
and go out somewhere?
You originally asked, what is it that attracts a dude to a woman? For me,
the credit score.
It's always the conversation, right? I could tell from the first, couple of minutes.
But are you thinking about my credit score? Why are you thinking about it is what I'm saying. I'm keeping it a bean because I see you just look over to the left.
But that's normally, now it's secondary. But back then, now I hear a lot of women use that. That's the top of their list. They look at the guy's credit score, right?
Do they just go look at it or they ask?
They ask. They want to know. They want to know.
Do you feel offended? Is that offensive?
Ain't nobody ever asked me, right? I've never been asked that, but I've seen it.
Is that offensive? Somebody that asked
Nobody has ever asked me that, but I think it's because the person I attract wouldn't need to ask me that, and they already know they don't have to worry about that,
And let me tell you something. That man was in love with me, y'all. He was in love with me, and he tried, but he probably said, "If you show me that 100,000, she close, but she ain't there." And that was crazy because I knew he loved me. Child, he used to be like, "Why you just don't listen? How come you ain't manage your money right back?"
But you know what though, you and I we had this conversation. Everybody Choc and I had a conversation this earlier today. We were talking about all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I said this, right? Nothing should be about money.
Yeah,
nothing should be about money. It should be about, if you got a solid relationship, you can build on, if that's what you want, you can build on those things, right? But
that's what the men realizing now, and I think.
Well,
that's what I think now, because they piped it down a little bit.
But you know what? I'm thinking, I heard more women put that out there than men. Like, they made that a priority, the money. They want a guy with this, they want the guy with status, they want the guy with all these titles and all these acronyms and all the PhD and all this other stuff. They want those titles, but they wanted the money first. Right? Guys, we don't care about that stuff. You've got an open mind, we cool. Right?
Say something, guys.
Right? What you think, G?
I totally agree. And to be honest with you, those guys that worry about things like money and credit score, it's not so much that they want your money or your credit score. They just want to know that you're going to be able to manage what they got.
Well, you got to come another way. And how the hell we
Absolutely.
know what you got if you ain't show me? Where your receipts?
That's
asking me all that.
That's one scenario. I can't speak for that guy.
Well, one scenario is what I'm saying. No, I'm just saying, it's guys, period. Anthony just said, don't.
Somebody asked for your credit score, you run.
No, listen. My thing is, I remember the guy was even adding up what I was paying. Oh yeah, and this is what I said. This is crazy. But I see now why a lot of men is in them nursing homes now, because at the end of the day, they want to be from Venus. and we be from Mars. They don't want to get along no more, and I don't like that. And me and Anthony were just talking about that. How come we don't get along like brothers and sisters, even though we not really brothers and sisters? Why we don't get along? It seems like that everybody just want to just be different. They don't want to get along.
I don't know. I think women just be looking for a reason to be upset sometimes. So it's like they think that they don't want to get along. You know. What do you think? You don't think that happens?
Listen, on some real, I always wanted to get along. Because why wouldn't I want to get along? My thing is, I think a lot of times, we met.
So have you ever tripped for no reason?
Never.
You never made up some stuff.
Never.
You never made up some stuff so you can argue.
Can you elaborate a little bit more? Give me a scenario, because I don't want to just.
No, you give us the scenario.
Okay, have I ever did something to argue? Well, guess what? My thing is, if I see something that I may have thought that I might have seen before, I might just, if that situation and it's right there and I can throw something out there, yeah, I might do that. If I may think, oh yeah, this, that, I'm gonna throw it out there. They're like, why would you say that? Oh, I'm just saying. See how they might react about something. So I may throw something out there like that.
You ever been mad at something else, right? But don't know how to go about being mad, and then they just make up something, right?
Well, when you say mad, what you mean?
Or
mad
upset
or
or something.
Jealous?
No. We're talking about not jealous. You ever been upset, right? But you don't know how to express it, right? So the moment that somebody do something that say it might not even irk you, right? But you know what buttons to press, because sometimes you know what buttons to push. So you push that button, right? Now I'm gonna start the argument, right? And then what you really wanted to talk about, now it all comes out. Had nothing to do with them dropping the pot on the floor.
Point, baby. I come. Hey, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't like that you said this, did that. And yeah, no, I communicate. I know how to communicate. I don't deal with people that don't know how to communicate, and I think that's what the problem is. Some people don't know how to communicate. They shut down 3 days. Did that. I would never deal with nothing like that. Or you shut down. How about your whole life shut down? Get out.
If I drop the pan on the floor, don't argue about the pan. Argue about me coming in late the night before.
No, how about don't argue about the pan? Ask me, did I get burnt on my okay? See, that's another thing. I think a lot of times people deal with selfish people. And you know what selfish is. Because when you was a kid, they ain't give you none of them chips. And we already gave you something last time. And now you got them now ladies. And you over there front with Ray and Sharita. We know different. So I don't understand how people get older. They act like, oh, is this really what I'm seeing? Oh, did you know what it is? You know what they laughing. You know what it is. I'm just saying. That's the part that I don't deal with stuff like that. Like, one guy said to me, shout out to my boy, he said, I can't imagine you crying over nobody. And it make me laugh because guess what? I don't do that. But my thing is this. I feel, but I deal with common sense. I'm not going to be hurt about something that I know that was wrong. I'm not going, you understand? Like, and then God is the type of person, the way he take care of me, he let me know what it is. He give me a sign. He don't wait. Because I'm going to keep it real. And I'm just rolling a couple of chops. I remember my ex-husband did something before he passed away. God told me about it. And I may have been wrong. And y'all going to be mad at me when I say this. On his deathbed, I swear to God, I confronted him. I confronted him. I could not, and I'm sorry, y'all, just rolling a couple of chops. I could not let that man get away with that. Period. No. And guess what? They kicked me out the hospital. They told me I couldn't come back.
Yo!
Like, real shit, that shit got crazy. But when he did, like, no, you shouldn't have did that. Like,
I have a question, though.
Listen,
when did you find out about it?
After the fact, afterwards. But I still was his friend. Like I said, if I do...
So you found out about it while he was in the hospital?
Yeah, but I wasn't dealing with him. I still was his friend. I still was, looking out and, stuff like that. One thing, if I love you, I love you. Even if I don't deal with you no more. Even when I be in my relationship and I was still married to my husband, I was with the man I was with, my baby daddy, when I was with him. It was times when, to be honest...
That's understandable, because you found out about it, like, at that point. Now, if you told me that you found out about it, like, 2 years ago...
I could have caught a body. If that man probably would have passed away in that bed, I would have probably got that body. I would have got that body. He would have looked in that phone when I sent him. I sent him all the evidence. What happened was... No, it was crazy. So, I'm not going to even go there no more.
Into entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, no, this is a real life story. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
sometimes people may think that I was wrong for that, but guess what? I would have been upset, and I got with the girl too about it. What happened was I used to let this girl bring him home, right? And that's my fault. I shouldn't have did that. But guess what? One thing about me, I know who I am. You gonna do it, you gonna do it. That's just me. And that's what happened. And one day when he got sick or whatever, I used to keep his phone in the car. You know, they give you the belongings, but I used to keep it in the car. You know, I don't touch my phone. I don't do all that. I can put all that. So my son knew his
password.
No, my son knew his ringtone. So I couldn't keep the phone in the house because if he would have called, my son would have. And then when I said I got to call his homie Johnny. Up to this day, Johnny don't speak to me, and I just found out why. I kind of figured out what it was about. He done told him about that, and Johnny was mad at me, the best friend. But we all grew up together, so he wouldn't talk to me and stuff. But anyway, so I found out about it. I looked at that little circle, popped up, boom, and then it's like, yeah, and I'm missing, and I'm just sitting there looking at this like, wow, this is crazy. But it's so crazy, y'all, because one time I had something in my house, and he got drunk, pissy drunk. It was his birthday. It was our anniversary, birthday, something. And I just seen him a little too extra. I said, I need to talk to you upstairs. Like, I need to talk to you upstairs. And then guess what? Like I said, later on, that was that. That's why God probably. But you never, ladies, never like be that comfortable. I know now, but I still don't care. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care. She wound up coming to the funeral and everything too. A lot of people ain't come because they knew what it was. Yeah. But she was waiting to hug me. I said, look, I looked at her, I said, look, baby. I said, you just need to be having an apology for me. I don't even care about none of that stuff. You just have like, don't do that. But she used to cry about a man all the time. I used to be like, this person look good. Child, she the one in mine.
I got a question. What's your password policy with a man? Because
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about your phone password. It's that because at the end, I watch.
Nah, but what if a man said that, you know, he wants to be able to have access to your phone, right? Because we always hear about.
I could give that. I could do that. I could do it. I have did it. I don't care. I don't even keep. I used to didn't even keep it on there. Okay. But at the end of the day, if I know a situation ain't solid, you ain't getting shit.
What do y'all think out there? What do y'all think? I want whoever's listening right now. Do you feel like exchanging passwords is something
it's
that
control? It's a form of control. I'm here to tell you that people don't come with y'all. This time, oh my God, the time is going so fast. We got like 13 minutes, but let me tell y'all something. I watch these young kids do. That's why they stressed the fuck out because they so stupid that they giving their passwords to these people and then they popping up on them cheating and stuff. This is why a lot of this stuff is going on. I don't mean no harm, but the senses. The common sense that these young kids have, they giving out passwords knowing they cheating. Where do they do that at? So that's my thing. You would have somebody.
Maybe they think they gonna bluff somebody. They're like, yeah, take my password. Go ahead and check.
That's exactly what it is. They're bluffing the people. But at the end of the day, that's what's getting people killed. And I wanted to talk about that. And I was saying that to you, Anthony. I said, that's what I think is going on. I think a lot of people be manipulating situations. They make people believe that it wasn't them in the relationship when I believe that it'd be two people, but you can't manipulate the wrong motherfucker. They'll kill you.
Yeah. I know we talked about representatives, but G, you got something to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think cell phones created a problem. I'm gonna tell you why, right? Back before there were cell phones, when everybody couldn't have a cell phone like that, you didn't worry about me not picking up the phone. It's like if you don't pick up your phone when somebody calls.
Why change the pattern is my point. That's what gets me with people. You ask somebody why ain't picking up the phone, nigga. Why is the sorry, I didn't say that. Why is the pattern changing? You act like
hold on, I must have just hit a button because I didn't even
No, I just said we down 12 minutes. I gotta start some damn trouble out here. My thing is, fellas and ladies and gentlemen and everybody that's listening. I'm a Philly chick all day long from the project, one of them 20 project. My thing is, if your pattern change, you crazy if we ain't gonna say nothing. And anybody that don't say nothing, that's on them. We got something to say. Why didn't you answer her? How come you? Because a lot of people that know how to communicate know what they need to do. Babe, I'm going to cut my phone off for a minute.
But I have a question. Where is that worry coming from, right? Like, here's the thing. You could not pick up the phone all the time, right? And maybe he doesn't respond the same way. Is he going to be like, yo, why didn't you pick up the phone?
Can I ask you a question? 9 times out of 10, people that talk like this, not you per se, they done did stuff. And they know why. So my thing is I want to have a conversation with somebody that ain't did nothing.
But I got a response. This is my lady.
I got a response saying that they don't do passwords.
So my lady, this is what she says. No, it's not important. I believe what you do in the dark will come out the light.
Right.
If I need your password to get in your phone, I don't need to be with you.
That's right. And I believe that too. I don't care. See, one thing about me, I don't care. Why would I put stress on myself? That's for anybody. And I'm telling anybody that check these phones. My thing is this. Why would you deal with somebody?
What about
that
when they
cheated
say
on
that
you?
the spirit spoke to them? Because my friend Gail said, I went through my husband's phone when things were revealed in the spirit. So what happens when, you feel like God spoke to you or intuition kicks
do
in?
what God say, and guess what? God said that's it. And that's what happens too. What people need to understand is when God tell you that this is it, you have to do it, because anything other than that, then you doing what you want to do. You want God to help you, or what?
I have a question now. What happens when someone, says they think it's God, but maybe they're hearing something else?
Well,
Maybe
guess what? 9 out of 10, I need to know, was she right? Or was she right? I don't care about.
It don't matter who sent the message.
None of that.
You just want to know.
I just
Right,
want to
right.
know, is it, and that's the thing too. Stop letting people deflect, ladies and gentlemen, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is where I'm from. Don't let them deflect like that. You know that's what it is. You should have somebody really like, oh, wait a minute, that's not. You know what it is. Stop. And that's why people lose their stuff. And a lot of y'all men and women are good. And they talk about that. They say that the women, see, a lot of the men, y'all great. I commend y'all. I'm going to give a hand to y'all, man. Y'all put up with a lot of women's stuff. Being deceitful, they cheat, they do a lot of stuff. A lot of y'all keep it in because y'all don't want to look stupid or crazy. And I get it, but you looking stupid and crazy anyway because we already know what's going on. Hello. And that's the thing that get me too. Living your truth. If your lady stepped out on you, she did something crazy, look at all the shit you did.
I got a message to all the people that are dating in their 30s and 40s and plus. If you are doing that, I need you to understand something. We are in a constant state of healing. And please believe me, them 30 years prior, there's been a lot of trauma that's been incurred. So when you take that woman, know that you're taking her with a whole lot more than what you can see right then and there. And ladies, understand that that man has feelings too. And he's been through things that you ain't been through. That being said, when we go into these places and get into these spaces, we need to communicate better and have these real discussions. Because 9 times out of 10, somebody's getting the brunt of something else that happened in the past.
Yeah.
Because it's not resolved. So, for me, I always operate on logic, right? I got to operate on logic. Like, does this make sense? What do I want for my life? And does she fit in? And do I fit in hers? Is this going to make sense? Because if it makes sense to me, we could work through this. I mean, we can communicate. But if it's not worth it, what are we doing here?
That's my point. That's what friends with benefits, that we both realize what's out there, and it ain't popping. So I'm gonna sit here and say, and I tell people all the time, just tell my own boy, we all gonna settle at some point in our life, because at the end of the day, you didn't find what you're looking for. 9 out of 10, I think what's happening is a lot of times people do not like how their mates look anymore. That's what's going on out here.
You got to expound a little bit on that. Is it when they get old? Because a friend of mine told me this. He goes, he said at 30, he said when beauty start to leave, like when it comes to a woman, he said at 30 it start to leave,
and that side tooth come out.
Well, you know what? I think when I look at beauty, it's not just the physical part; it's the mental as well. For me. And because you can be pretty in the face but be ugly in spirit, right? And if you got the ugly spirit, I really don't want to be with you, right? I said because that spirit can come off and it and it can be interchanged, and then you would never have a good relationship. But and that's what he told me. He said beauty leaves and it starts to diminish over a period of time. But I think those who, and this is the crazy part, when that's all you got is the body and the looks, and as you get older and that legs start to feel funny, right, and the hands start to turn, everything start to change, would that person still be beautiful to you?
That's true. That's why I say they gotta be
I read
right.
a quote that speaks exactly to that point. It said, if you fall in love with the flowers and not the roots, what happens when autumn comes?
Yep. And that is deep. I think if you're going, I think you got to be in it for the long haul. That's why it's like sometimes you got to be careful if you're going to take the blue pill or the red pill, right? And both of them could be just as potent.
Say, I ain't gonna take none of them. They gonna take the Viagra pill and go on
Right.
their way.
But as you get older, then like as I gotten older, I took the physical part out of the denominator, right? Because I like the heart and I like the spirit, right? If you're a good person, if we can vibe together, and I'm okay with that. Okay. So when I was younger, then it was different. But now it's like I want other things, right? And that's what I look at now. Communication is key. If we can communicate, you know what I mean? I don't care if we get in an argument and I'm mad at you. If we can communicate on the back end, I'm cool.
Yes.
I'm cool.
Yes, that's good. This is an awesome set that we had today. Do y'all know that an hour goes so fast?
Wow.
We really talking about things.
And we didn't get all our questions out.
And guess what? You already know what's going on. You already know we got to come back and do this one. Do it again.
We got to do this again. We got to do this again.
But did y'all learn anything from the woman right here?
I did.
What did you learn? Tell me what you learned from uncut with choc. What you learned from me saying what I said and all that. Take a couple seconds.
I learned that women are from Venus and we're from Mars still.
Okay, so that's true. Okay. Okay, how about you?
I learned that it doesn't really matter what you say. People are going to feel how they feel, and they're allowed to feel that way. The question is, how are you going to change, right? People often think about, oh, this person needs to do this person needs to do that. Well, guess what? They are who they are, and you are who you are. So if you can't change them, all you can do is do something for yourself. So you got to decide, am I going to change something in the situation to make the relationship better, or am I going to do something else for myself and step away and make things better for the both of us?
Okay, well, what I learned today from the man, y'all already knew. Y'all can't fool me. If it's red, it's red. If it's rain or it's piss.
I'm glad that y'all enjoyed this. Everybody out there in TikTok, welcome in. We are over
TikTok,
here.
everybody that's in here. I hope that y'all
That's a great show.
enjoyed this show today. And I thank you guys for everything. Everybody that tuned in today. Thank you, Crystal, for tuning in to Jumping 215 Raw and Cut. We will be here on Tuesday. We will have Chewy that's coming on, y'all. Chewy is a young lady who reached out to me. She liked that I was talking to Lady 215, but she said that she's in a sister circle and she wanted to talk about how she had a surgery done, but she didn't want to get the surgery done, but it was due to some health situation. So, she's gonna, share some things with us and stuff like that. Cool. So I would like to say thank you, Guy. I would like to say thank you, Anthony, Lloyd, and I would like to say thank you to me. Because, I put a lot of hard work into this. I've been doing this for a little minute now, and I'm proud of myself. My whole thing is I just want to bring awareness to people to Jumping 215. I want y'all to hear real live stories, nothing pump fake, nothing script or nothing like that. And I'll give y'all some of my stories. Yeah, I'm a wild girl. I used to be anyway, but I'm not anymore.
So y'all want my credit score? Here it go. Here it go. Here it go. Here it go.
Nice.
Here it go.
Yo, watch out, y'all.
Here it go. Here it go. No, she's on this. She's on this.
I know. I hear
That's my backseat driver. That's my backseat driver.
Everybody that tuned in, I would like to get an engineer and DJ Philly Black for hooking us up. We got us on Facebook now, so we're gonna let y'all know that we Jumping 215 and B-Force Radio. I just want y'all to know I love y'all. Y'all my family. I'm making y'all proud. Y'all making me proud. And we're going to take this to the house.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Lady, y'all. Peace and love.
Everybody, we had fun. I love y'all. Tune in again. Like I said, Tuesday, 5 p.m. I'll have Chewy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She'll be talking about a lot of different things, y'all. I love y'all. And keep on tuning in with chocolate.
Great job, y'all.
That was a good job. That was a good job.
Yes.
How many people were listening?
Say again?
How many people were listening?
About 15.
Oh, really?
Cool. And this video feed stuff, like this is a test run to make sure that it was actually going to stream correctly.
Hello?
Are you using like OBS
Let
or
me put it on
StreamYard?
speakerphone. One second.
StreamYard right now, but I'm about to go to Restream.
Y'all hear this? What she say, John?
Killed it with a T. That was all that.
Yeah.
That's what it is, John.
right
Thank you, thank you.
But Chuck, you gotta have
Chuck, you've been here too long to get this stuff wrong.
Hey, say it again.
the females on, not the guys, too.
Okay.
What she say?
She said you gotta have the females on.
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted the females on. Like I said, a lot of people, I be having a lot going on. My homegirl that was going to come, her daughter got locked up. I'm sorry to say it like that, but she did. So,
Everything okay, but
yeah. So I thought you was coming.
Thank you to everybody that pulled up.
So Black, how you say I can get it so you can see it?
But, we're
You
outside.
just go on my page.
Oh, so it's streaming down through your page.
Yeah.
Oh shucks.
Y'all know I'm a chef in the kitchen.
The whole show.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
The whole thing is on
We
there.
do. We need more than an hour.
No, we can't get more than an hour, right?
it was good. Excellent.
Yep. Okay.
Thank y'all for jumping 215 rolling the cut. I'm sorry it cut off on y'all. Y'all know how TikTok do. They do too much, and I ain't had time to be, I'm
All
doing
right,
all
well,
that.
we going to
But
the
I hope
strip
y'all
club now.
enjoy jumping 215 rolling the
yeah.
cut. Y'all can call up and
and we
everything.
going-
I'll give y'all more information.
we
I'm
going to the
also
strip club, I
on,
think.
on Tuesday. I'm gonna have a young lady called Chewy. She's gonna come
Last
talk
time
about how
we
she
made
had
that
surgery
joke.
done. She only had to do it through the health reasons,
Okay.
and she wasn't gonna get it done. Stuff like that. So y'all follow me. Shanice Smith 2162. On what is that? What's that? 2162 on YouTube and stuff. I'm just getting it together and everything. But I love you guys. I gotta get out of here. Tell them thank y'all for actually all the good stuff. We know we a good team,
Yo, look,
y'all.
listen, we are a great team, and it's always going down. Battle of the Sexes. Tune in next week. We're gonna be here live and direct doing it
So
all
we coming
again.
back. We gonna come back Friday again. Y'all with it?
And send us some questions too, everybody.
Send us some questions. All right.
And let your people know, listen, pull up, have your adult beverage ready. Keep it by your side, because it's gonna get spicy.
Yeah, 267-255-6578. That's to the studio where we at right now. This where we at. Y'all in Philadelphia, come check out. CEO of Jumping 215 Radio, the turntable sniper. We got all that. I love you guys. Thank you. I swear to God. Everybody that tuned in today, I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at it and I want to see who it was. I love y'all. All right.